Now joined by one of the GeneralSports.com athletes of the week, it's Charley Colby of the men's soccer team. Charley, fresh off a conference championship on Saturday afternoon where he scored the game-winning goal with just 37.4 seconds left in regulation. Just take us through the play, take us through the emotion after, and the ensuing madness that happened just a few minutes later as well.
So I'm typically not up near the goal. But we had a set piece, and I went up, and then it got clear, and I just sort of stayed up there. And Mike hit a great ball to John, who found me with his head, and I just hit it, But the feeling is insane. For someone who hasn't scored a lot of goals, like it took me 50 games to get my first or so. So, it was unreal. I didn't really know what to do. So I just sort of sprinted to the bench, which I kind of regretted because we were all gassed after that long run. But, yeah, it was a ton of fun.
Do you call yourself a goal scorer now? 3 goals in the last 5 games?
No.
Just kind of the matter of the moment. Kind of being in the right place at the right time, but sometimes that's all it takes. But overall, it was a dominating ODAC championship for your squad in terms of scoring 15 goals across 3 games. Just especially after how the regular season ended with a sour taste and the loss to Guilford, just being able to rebound quickly and kind of flip the switch. What changed last weekend?
It just seemed like everyone was a little bit hungrier. After that Guilford loss, we were all it was a pretty bad mood at practice the next day, but we were just able to come out hot and get really early goals and sort of set the tone for the rest of the game. And both Guilford and Valwez we tied Valwez and lost to Guilford in the regular season, so it was nice to get a little revenge.
All season long, you've been one of the anchors across the back line, starting at center back every game this season, and a lot of those games working with fellow senior captain Tyler Smith. Just kind of talk about the relationship between the two of you guys and the ability to kind of calm things down on the back line, especially with a first-year goalie in net as well, just trying to keep things calm when things get difficult sometimes in the defensive third.
Yeah, so Ty and I have actually talked about playing center back together for the 4 years that we've been here. And we finally got the chance this year, so it's been nice. And we work well together. Our play styles complement each other, and it's really just about being vocal and making sure everyone's on the same page and sort of aiming at the same goal that allows us to stay calm and composed.
So this weekend, your team was selected to host in the opening weekend of the NCAA tournament, and you will play Brevard in the first round on Saturday afternoon. What does the team need to do to get through this opening weekend and continue to march on the NCAA tournament?
So we came into the conference tournament we were playing really, really good soccer, and so just sort of keeping that going, keeping the intensity up at practice this week, and making sure we're ready to go on Saturday.
He's Charley Colby of the men's soccer team and one of our GeneralSports.com athletes of the week. Charley, thanks so much for joining us, and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Now joined by Peyton Tysinger of the field hockey team and one of our GeneralSports.com athletes of the week. Peyton, Saturday you had the championship clinching goal in overtime against Lynchburg in the ODAC championship here at home. Take us through the moment, what ensued after, and everything kind of running through your head after it happened, and just the pure joy and celebration.
Definitely. It was crazy. I mean, having to fight all game and then go into overtime, still nobody scoring. I think we made a lot of adjustments and fought really hard throughout the whole game. So then to have the overtime goal and end it early was just so exciting and so rewarding, especially because I think this season, we had to work really hard to get to this point. Nothing was guaranteed. So it was so fun to just be out there, finish it with my best friends and just have everyone celebrating. And it was also kind of emotional because it was senior year, finishing on our field, beating a team who had beat us before. So it was really exciting and so many emotions, but really just so happy to be out there and be able to do that.
Talk about the seniors, 7 seniors on this team. You guys have been pretty much like the heartbeat of this team the last couple of years. A really strong core up and down the field, people that come in off the bench, everything. There's just a bunch of impactful players in this class. And being able to get to this point yet again for a second consecutive year, just talk about your relationship that you have with your fellow seniors and what you guys have been able to accomplish over your entire 4-year career.
Definitely. I think, so many things brought our class closer together, including, having a tough season with COVID and then coming back from that last year, winning ODACs. But I think even now being seniors, that's brought us closer together, and everyone kind of has stepped up in a really big way, and everyone has their role on the team. We got the hype people and everyone who's like zoned in. You got Tess, who's always ready to go, and Kaylee, who's encouraging everyone. And, everyone has their role, and I think we've all come together so well and been able to accomplish a lot this season and make adjustments and help the team make those adjustments in order to get to where we are now.
Obviously, last year was the most successful year in program history. This year, pretty close behind it, though. Still a very solid record as you enter into the NCAA tournament, the second straight conference championship. Just what is the biggest difference, though, from last year to this year, just maybe with the entire group and the energy around the team heading into the NCAA tournament?
Last year was kind of crazy being undefeated going into NCAAs. I think that gave us a lot of confidence and maybe some security a little bit. And we had that bye in the first round, so that definitely helped. But I think this year the attitude is more about let's fight for this and let's play together and have fun together while we can, and just trying to get as far as we can in the NCAAs. And I think we're all kind of fired up, especially having fought really hard to win that game. So I think it's looking good, and I'm really excited for what the rest of the season might bring.
So your NCAA tournament starts on Wednesday afternoon here in Lexington in the first round of the NCAA tournament. You host Ohio Wesleyan. What do you guys have to do to come away with a win on Wednesday and possibly advance to the regional this coming weekend at Salisbury?
We know they're pretty good on defense, so we need to be just as good on defense and also keep generating those opportunities on attack, working the ball all the way through the field. And I think one way that we were really successful in the Lynchburg game was stepping up and defending outside the circle, not letting them even have that opportunity. So that'll be something that we definitely try and carry into this next game.
She's Peyton Tysinger of the field hockey team and one of our generalsports.com athletes of the week. Peyton, thanks so much for joining us and best of luck.
Thank you.